I am Mark Stewart, and I'm embarking on another book, hopefully with you. And this time, without a pre-read, I will literally be with you for this. Michael Eric Dyson's Long Time Coming. So I've read 3 pages, and I would like to comment. I might only get to page 1 because there's a lot to say on even page 1. My analysis is based on my learning of history, my analysis of current events, and logic. I was a government major. I have stayed involved in civics ever since, and the civics of today are extremely important because they cause such divisiveness, in my mind, unnecessarily. Michael Eric Dyson has, from the past, been a purveyor of this divisiveness, and I want to see how this comes through, if it comes through at all. I do have a bad start to introduce. So, page 1 of Long Time Coming. We end up with, unfortunately, a bad sentence. Sentence 2. It says, "It is not easy to watch the black bodies pile up in the streets." This is a falsity. This is a lie. At least it's a lie of 21st century America. Black bodies piling up in the streets is not literally true and not even figuratively true for over a century. The literal is easy to dismiss. I mean, nowhere in North America since the Civil War have there been 3 or more African Americans murdered on a street that could be called a, quote, pile up. Now, figuratively, it's a little harder to argue because figurative means in any receiver's eye, okay? And any reader can conjure different images. So for me, the image from reading about the Tulsa Marauders from 1921, not 2021, 1921, I think that would be a realistic image of mobs murdering innocent black people. Now, these were not masses in the streets, but they occurred in African Americans' individual homes, a few in their businesses. They were at night and in the early morning hours. So it is an acceptable analogy. But here's the big point. This was an isolated group, and it happened over 100 years ago. In this century, possible pileup of black bodies, figuratively, from race-related murders, numbers 2. That's it. The South Carolina shootings at a church in 2015 and the Buffalo grocery store shootings in 2022. Remember, these attacks by lone gunmen, they don't reflect officialdom or even non-official vigilantism. I mean, close to 100% of white people are revulsed by these killings. And among those of us who believe in the death penalty, these men are overdue for it. And yes, I'm speaking not even a week after the Buffalo shootings, but even if it's a mere few days, the perpetrator's execution there is long overdue. It should have been on the spot. Please remember, too, that this century has seen an equal number, maybe even higher, of race-related attacks against whites. The Brooklyn subway attack of 2022, the San Bernardino corporate shootings of 2015, the Fort Hood Army shootings of 2009, they were by lone gunmen with racial animosities targeting whites. Shooting at the Pulse nightclub, that was in Orlando, that might be classified as race-based, though I think the more salient motive there was anti-gay bias. So this book starts with a lie, or more gratuitously, an image that takes out of context America in the 21st century. I'll be reading forward with you, open-mindedly and even optimistically. I'd like to read good, truthful messages, but we're not off to a good start. I'm Mark Stewart. Thanks for the journey with me.